Sir, I'm Cadet Watson, and this is my unclassified squad execution brief. So, looking at our concept sketch, we are first squad, first platoon of Charlie Company 1-5 Infantry with an attached gun team from Charlie Company, from first platoon, excuse me. We are attacking to destroy objective Phantom no later than 30 August 24 at 2200 to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. I'll say that again. We are first squad, first platoon, Charlie Company of the 1-5 Infantry. We are attacking to destroy objective Phantom no later than 30 August 24 at 2200 to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. We will accomplish this mission by conducting an infiltration, and decisive to this operation is undetected occupations of positions and initiation from the support by fire down here. This is decisive because it enables the surprise and tempo necessary to rapidly overwhelm the mortar team on objective Phantom. We assume risk because of a few things, because of the CSK on route Camaro, which enables the enemy high-speed avenues of approach and backup. We're mitigating this risk by placing C4 along those high-speed avenues of approach via Bravo team in order to disrupt the enemy. Our main effort is Alpha team. And their task is to attack, destroy objective Phantom, and their purpose is to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. Then we have our security element. Their task is to interdict and to prevent enemy maneuver. And then we have our gun team, whose task is to support by fire to enable freedom of maneuver for the main element. Our end state goal is our decisive terrain to be seized and secured. The North Torbian forces and objective Phantom destroyed with minimum civilian casualties and collateral damage to the infrastructure, and casualties minimized for friendly forces so that we are postured for follow-up operations. Moving on to the concept of the operation by the phases. This operation will be conducted in 5 phases. We're going to plan and prepare. We're going to conduct infiltration. We're going to then recon and isolation, then actions on, and then exfiltration. So plan and prepare begins when we receive the mission and ends when we SP from this patrol base and move along route primary. Critical tasks this phase are rehearsals, the op ward brief, the adjacent unit coordination, the PCCs, PCIs, which we'll talk about later, and the demolition prep, which we have already talked about. Then we have phase 2, infiltration. This begins when we SP from the patrol base. And key to this operation is undetected movement and our LDA crossings, which there will be many as we move along. There will be one. There'll be one as we move down here. We want to also maintain communications with higher. Then we have phase 3, recon and isolation. So this starts when we RP at the ORP in vicinity of objective Phantom over here. Key to this operation is positive identification of the mortar team on objective Phantom. Leaders, and then the leader's recon of objective Phantom itself, the support by fire, the assault line, and any approach routes that you can see in the area. Phase 4, actions on. So this begins when we initiate actions on objective Phantom. So key to this phase is the surprise is actually achieved. The mortar team and all of its equipment are destroyed, and we can retrograde quickly off of the objective with disruption fires. And then phase 5, which is the squad is reconsolidated at the ORP. At the ORP. And the key to this phase is rapid exfiltration and those disruptive fires as we move up. Moving on, the main model. We are going to conduct phase 1 and 2 and get to the ORP. And then once we get to the ORP, we will begin phase 3, recon and isolation. So this starts when we get to the ORP, and we're going to take our security element, Bravo team, and we're going to move along route Mars, issuing a GOTWA at the RP reference GOTWA 1 on the phase 3 slide. And then we're going to conduct the leaders recon with Alpha team leader, Bravo team leader, an SNO team from from Alpha Team and obviously, the squad leader. We're going to move along. We're going to get almost the assault position with inside of the assault position and then dogleg and placing our S&O team right there. And make it all the way to the support by fire. We're going to recon the support by fire before moving back to the assault position. Recon the assault position, and we're going to also obviously recon the objective while we're doing that. Pick up the S&O team and move back along Route Mars, and then in place security as we move back. Oh, and we're also going to issue a GOT-1 to the S&O team when we move from the S&O to the support by fire. Reference GOT-1 2 on the slide. We're going to move back. We're going to pick up the S&O team and place our security element by the road at our observation post, and then we're going to return to the ORP, leaving the security element there, and then we're going to the Weasel is going to pick up gun team 1, move along Route Mars, and in place at the support by fire, and then the alpha team leaders and the squad leader are going to pick up and move to the assault position along DOA Zeus. This brings us to scheme maneuver phase 4, actions on the objective. So we're going to initiate on objective Phantom. So this will start with the weapons free. The support by fire will initiate with the 240 against the hardest and most concentrated targets, operating between TRP 6 and TRP 5. We're going to use a cyclic rate of fire for 10 seconds, and then rapid rate of fire for 20 seconds, and then drop to a sustained rate of fire. That's the cycle for the gun team. The M4 and 240 will engage, with the Weasel having the M4, obviously. And then the assault will engage targets between TRPs 3 and TRPs 2. Once a call comes in from the squad leader, the support by fire will shift to engage targets between TRPs 7 and TRPs 5. At that time, the assault will conduct aggressive and successive bounding through objective Phantom and onto at PL Lightning, phase line Lightning. At this time, the support by fire will radio to confirm a ceasefire, and the Alpha team leader will confirm LOA over the radio. From there, the team leaders will gather lace reports. The squad leaders, the Alpha team leader will also direct the EPW team to clear out and search the objective, also prepping the mortar for demolition as they search. And then finally, we're going to withdraw. So the squad leader will direct the Alpha team to initiate the C4 fuse. The assault team will withdraw and direct azimuths to the ORP. And then the support will also withdraw in the trail of the assault element. Just like that. Security withdraws on a radio call by the squad leader or when they hear the demo explosion go off, obviously. Total actions on the objective will not exceed 10 minutes, and we will cross-load ammo as required and initiate exfiltration movement. So contingencies, obviously we talked about the CSK. We'll blow that if the CSK becomes an issue. If that does not render their combat ineffective, we will fight in place to disrupt and radio to squad leader with updates and to coordinate break contact. Enemy reinforcements, same principle with the security squad. In ineffective support by fire, we're going to repeat engagement cycle until otherwise directed by squad leader. And then friendly casualty, Bravo team will provide security for the casualty until transition to gun 1 at the ORP. Methods of communication, we're going to have 3 radios throughout this operation to be passed out to those most appropriate. Alternate method is shouting and voice. Contingency is runner between, obviously, the different groups. And then emergency is IR and hand signaling. This is true for all phases of the operation. And then leaders, And then moving on to phase 5. Once we consolidate the ORP, we're going to establish 360 security and conduct ace and lace reports. We're going to treat casualties. We're going to redistribute the ammo amongst the team and prepare for exfiltration. Our return, we're going to use route alternate to save time and reduce predictability. We're going to deviate from the route when appropriate to maximize concealment, and radio with the platoon headquarters to coordinate. CCPs is, we have a forward rolling CP on the return route for the CASEVAC plan. And then contingencies. If we receive enemy contact, we're going to want to break contact if we can. Otherwise, game time decision from the squad leader. If we receive indirect fire, we're going to react to IDF and continue moving along route alternate. If we receive contact with any internally displaced people, we're going to attempt to remain undetected and contact the platoon leader over radio. The EPW plan at this point is coordinated with the platoon leadership, hopefully, and then the operation will end when we get back to the patrol base in the north. And then moving on, coordinating instructions. So, looking at priority intelligence requirements for this operation, enemy presence on Objective Phantom, enemy reinforcements committed in support of Objective Phantom, identification of enemy vehicles, and contact with enemy operational unmanned aerial systems. Looking at friendly force information requirements, we have friendly casualties, catastrophic weapon malfunctions, an element hard or soft compromise, as we mentioned earlier. And then essential elements of friendly information, we have communication security and ops graphics. MOP level for this operation is none. We're not using MOP gear. PCI and PCI focus before the operation. We're going to want to really drill hard on the night equipment, the C4 and demo equipment, and the grenades. And then priority of rehearsals. Decisive of this operation with the 240 is the tripod to bipod rehearsal for the 240, react to contact rehearsal, and break contact rehearsal. And then the number one priority of work will be security. Sir, this concludes my brief.